let's go on to the next guy here that we got to talk about from the rookie camp. And it's the guy with the funnest name. We love saying it.
Yeah.
Skattebo! Skattebo! Cam Skattebo pretty much had the soundbite of rookie minicamp there. So he's at the podium there, all the media around him. And I didn't see who asked him the question, but you can barely, it was faint. I had to turn the volume even up to hear the exact way they worded it. And, he was asked by a reporter, they said, with all that you've accomplished, how do you keep finding the chip on your shoulder? Interesting thing. I mean, let's be honest. He came up, wasn't a highly touted prospect, develops into a guy who was one of the best, running backs last year in all college football. Something to be proud of. Let's be very frank. There's plenty of people that will look at this. I made it. I did 1,400 yards last season. I made it. Yeah. I could see that. But his response was, how many snaps in the NFL have you seen me play? 0, right? I prove nothing. I prove what I am in college, but I prove nothing at this level. Now, where I'm at, I have to prove myself. And if that's for 5 years or 10 years, I'm going to continue to prove myself. The best do it for the longest, so I'm going to continue to do that and just work my butt off. You got to love that answer, guys.
100%. That's
got to love that answer. Like, how many times last year we go, oh, these guys need media training?
That's like the key response. I'm just going to put my head down and go to work.
Yeah. And it's point blank, like, we're resetting the clock here. I'm starting at 0 all over again. Like, and he's not right. He's not wrong. Like, he has done nothing in the NFL, guys. And how many times have you seen guys with his resume, his type of resume, go into the NFL and they stink? So I love that he's got this attitude. I really do. And it seems genuine, at least. It does seem genuine. And if it is, you know what? That's the people that succeed. That's the one. And the people that continue fighting and scrapping and doing what they got to do to succeed. And this is why I love it when people are like, oh, well, he's not very athletic. You know what? You're not wrong. He's not very athletic. But the kid busts his hump, and that's how he succeeds. I will take the bust his hump and succeeds kid over the kid who's extremely athletic but lazy as all hell.
I was going to say, hard work makes luck. So when people say he's lucky he got this far, like, it's hard work. He's putting in the time, he's putting in the effort. He's got the right headset, right frame of mind. So
maybe else have the right stuff. New Kids on the Block in their song in their head now. You got the right stuff. Only old people know this song. Yes, I'm that old. It's okay. I'm sure Jay will call me old in the comment section now.
Yeah. But he knows the song too, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like it's nice to see these kind of sound bites. And it's nice to hear that he's going to work his tail off. Because everybody you ever see has played with him at Arizona State or whatever said, point blank, he's like that guy. He's nonstop at work. And I'm glad to see it. I'm hoping that, rubs off on everybody else in the team there at that point. And that kind of, gets infectious and spreads at that point, because this team has lacked leadership, guys. And it's funny how we're looking at this. It's funny, but it's sad. Well, let's be honest. It's sad, but we're looking at this rookie class as the one to provide leadership. It's supposed to be the reverse. The leaders are supposed to bring the rookies in and take them under their wing. But instead, it's like we've gotten rid of all these guys who were the quote unquote leaders of this locker room. The Leonard Williams, the Julian Loves, the Xavier McKinney's, the guys that, the Saquon Barkleys, the guys, and listen, you may hate him, but Daniel Jones goes in that category too. Guys that are well respected within that locker room. And now everything changes. But what I love is it's a fiery attitude, these kids we drafted, but mature. A mature, fiery attitude, which is a very hard thing to kind of put together there, Like I said, I'm optimistic for the season. I really am. And it's because of these kind of things. So I'm very curious to see what Skattebo can do. I'll throw a prediction out there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw a prediction out there. I'm going to say he gets 700 yards rushing, and 250 yards receiving.
Oh, not quite the 1,000 marker there.
Not quite. And I want to throw crazy out there. I think that's a realistic number for him. Because keep in mind, Tracy's going to get a lot of carries as well.
Yep.
Tracy will probably be the running workhorse much more than he is because he's got the success. Barring anything changing in camp or him showing anything promise over Tracy. I mean, let's be honest. Tracy's a 5th-round pick. He's not guaranteed anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be mean about it, but that's the case, you know. I think that would be what I expect. And I honestly expect similar out of Tracy. I think that's what's going to happen. I think the two of them end up in a split back kind of scenario where they both get over 1,000 yards combined, you know, between rushing and receiving, but neither one of them is going to go off for 1,300 yards, you know, rushing wise at least, you know.
Or a backfield's going to put up 2,000 yards, give or take.
Together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I think Devin Singletary is going to be basically phased out.
Mostly.
You know, and from all reports, Cam Skattebo is actually being kind of tested or minicamp to see what he can do as for pass protection. And there's a lot of rumors about him potentially being used as a 3rd down back, which is going to help him as well as running yards. You know, he's an aggressive kid. He doesn't shy away from contact. That usually helps lend to, you know, good pass protection work overall, though he wasn't a great pass protector at Arizona State, but he is a good, you know, pass catcher. So, like I said, that's my expectation for him is under 1,000 yards total, but not too far off there at that point there. I think a good, healthy, solid season at that point for him. And a true 1-2 punch at that point.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.